Welcome to Gorka Trades. I'm Kush. Today I'm going to try to explain calls and puts in simple terms, why people would buy it, how the cost is shown, and all that stuff. This is very basic, and I'm going to try to be as simple as I can. When you're buying calls, you're expecting the stock to go up. So let me go to the stock we talked about earlier, Apple 130 call. We paid $2.73 for that contract, which means we paid $273 because there are 100 shares in that contract. So when we bought that 130 call, what we bought was the right to buy Apple at $130 within April 1st. So who do we buy that from? The contract writer. Someone who has 100 shares, he can sell that contract. So he sold that contract and we bought it from him. And we can sell it to someone else and until the day of expiration. But that's what we did. So what is the benefit of buying a call? To get 100 shares of Apple right now, it would cost about $12,500. But to control 100 shares of Apple without paying that much amount of money, without paying $12,500, you can buy an option where you also have control over 100 shares, where you also have potential profit of 100 shares for a short period of time. So if Apple goes to 150 and if Apple goes to 150 in 1 week, someone else also bought 100 shares of Apple and it goes to 150 in 1 week, we would be making the same amount of profit. But I paid about $273 and he paid about $12,500. That's not just the reason that people buy calls or options. There are other reasons like hedging your portfolio, just putting yourself in a safer place, or sometimes making passive income, like some people sell their calls, covered calls and all that stuff. But we're not going to get into that. Let's get to puts. What are puts? Like calls, puts are right to sell. So how do you have a right to sell a stock that you don't own? Like I explained the right to buy, but what's the right to sell? So if you got a 130 put in Apple, what it means is that Apple can drop to $10. When you have the right to sell, the contract writer, what he wrote in that contract at the beginning was, I will buy this stock at this price no matter what. That's what he wrote in that contract. So when you have the right to sell, the contract writer has the obligation to buy. He has to buy it no matter what. So when you buy put, your sentiment is that you want it to go down. The lower it is, the better. And you're also, again, controlling 100 shares of that contract for the fraction of the price, unlike the people who are shorting. When someone has to short a stock that's $125, 100 of them, that would cost about $12,500 again. But you are shorting at a much lower cost. You're controlling the same amount of shares. The negative aspect of this calls and puts is that you are always losing money. Theta. Theta is time decay. You every day, every second, you are losing value of your contract. So the quicker you make money and quicker you get out of the contract, the more money you make. There are always potential profit you'd miss. Nobody gets them all. So don't worry about that. Make money, get out. Thank you for watching Gorka Trades. If you have any questions, please follow us on Instagram and DM us. We'll send you a link to our Discord.